Beta revisions are done, and I am tired. You may be able to tell by the lighting that it is evening now. I'm recording later than I meant to today, but that's because I spent the last few days working hard on my beta revisions. Oh, it feels good. I just sent the draft off to my editors at Red Adept, and I'm waiting to hear back as to when they can fit me into their schedule. So what's next? Well, I'm going to have more editing, of course. Once the copy edit is done at Red Adept, I will get that back. I will revise the book again. It will then go in for line editing, which is a much more detailed proposition where I catch all the little nitpicky things that I may have missed. After that comes proofreading, and then finally there is a quick macro run on the manuscript to make sure that all of the quotations are closed and everything is where it's supposed to be. So there is still quite a bit of work to be done yet on Restless Spirits Book 2. This is not over by a long shot, but what am I going to do in the meantime? Well, as I mentioned, I do have a book that I will be beta reading for a friend of mine who is also an author, and I'm looking forward to that. And once that's done, I am going to dive into Restless Spirits Book 3. My hope is that from this point out, I will have at least one book in edits at a time as I'm writing another book, so that there will always be something in progress, because like I've said, I have a lot of things I want to get out of my head. Whether or not the world wants to read them is something entirely different, but woohoo, the beta edits are done. Oh, that was a slog. It's so much fun to reread what I've written, especially seeing it with the fresh eyes that come with comments from the beta readers, and they caught some things that I definitely didn't consider. I will have to say that even with my beta revisions, I may have missed a few things because it is a complex story, I think. It picks up where Restless Spirits Book 1, Passion Restored, leaves off and starts over with a new set of characters a little bit later, a few months later from where Passion Restored ended. And I think the universe I'm creating is coming together well. I'm pretty satisfied with the way it's going so far. And I may have mentioned that I also am thinking about maybe expanding it a little bit. The idea came to me that maybe the side characters that I'm thinking of might not need their own full-length novel, but I could do some companion novellas as well. And after the series is done, I have the idea to do something of a compendium along the lines of what I've suggested to JT for Serving Salvation, because the paranormal elements, it would be interesting to track how they play out over the course of the series, as well as any historic elements I've included. And I'm pretty sure I will need some way to help my readers keep track of all the characters. Now, as I've said, the multi-generational group does carry throughout the entire series, so the readers will become familiar with them, and hopefully they will remember them. But it might not hurt to have a list of maybe who's who is related to how, which book they're in, or which books they are in, which books focus on them, etc., etc., etc. So there are still a lot of things yet to be done in the Restless Spirits series, even though I did send my book off to the editors. Oh, such a relief. And at the end of this long day, as you can tell, I'm a little bit both exhausted and giddy, because it is quite the load off to get to this point in the process where I can send it on to the editors. Once I get the copy edit back, I will probably, and once I send it back again, I will probably start the cover contest. And once I have a cover in hand, I will be doing a cover and title reveal. So that will be maybe in March or early April at some point. I apologize. I'm a little out of whack today. My sleeping schedule has been thrown off. My eating schedule has been thrown off because I've been so focused. I woke up at 5:30 this morning, and since sitting at my desks for the last couple of days did not do my back any favors, I decided to spend today writing in my recliner. And that was actually a much more pleasant experience because I had a little breakfast tray on my lap with my MacBook, and I was able to just relax into the recliner and allow myself to fall back into the story. I will say I'm rather pleased with how some of the elements changed at the end of the story, and I hope I didn't confuse things too much so that I have to clean them up. But I think the ending is much better than the original one, so that's a positive thought, at least for the moment. Not to say that I don't have my self-doubts, because that's a large part of being a writer, or anyone for that matter. I think most humans have a lot of self-doubt, but I start out my mornings looking at my manuscript thinking, hey, you know, this isn't half bad. Some people might enjoy reading it. And by the time I close my computer at night, it's like, oh, this is the worst thing ever. Nobody's ever going to want to see it. And then when my books don't sell, that feeling is only reinforced. So I hope that somewhere along the line, someone may come across my book and prove me wrong, that other people might enjoy it just as much as I did. Oh, so you can see self-doubt is really something that's on my mind right now. But in the meantime, I'm going to continue the evening celebrating my completion of my beta revisions. I need to complete this video and get it uploaded because it's later than I mean to put it up, and I am sticking to my posting a video here on YouTube every day. It's been rough on days like this. I really don't feel like it. I fed JT some dinner and jumped in the shower because I was an absolute mess. And here I am. So this is the glamorous life of a writer. I hope you are seeing the truth behind the rose-colored glasses, because back when I was imagining what it would be like to be a full-time writer, this is not what I had in mind. But I am hoping that if I am able to keep up with the idea of having a manuscript with the editors as I'm working on successive books, I will feel less pressured about what I'm writing, so that I won't have to put in these crazy days to get the work done by my self-imposed deadline, because this is rough on an old lady like me. On days like this, I definitely feel my years, but that is helpful in my writing, since I am writing about older characters, and some of the things that I've been experiencing have gone into the past couple of books, so hopefully people can find a little bit of themselves in the story, because I'm definitely feeling things that I've seen other people post that they are feeling as well. And as I probably have said here before, that's one of the things that I find to be a positive about social media. The fact that we can connect with people who have similar experiences and maybe not feel so alone when we're going through rough times. So I probably have babbled enough for tonight. I have no idea if I'm making any sense. The other announcement I will make is that JT got another copy of Finding Salvation, the paperback. I believe there are now 2 copies currently available through our online bookstore if you want to get a jump on those, because they won't be in wide release until March 17th. So a little tip: if you have watched this video to this point and you want an autographed copy of Finding Salvation, please check out our website at carsonhume.square.site and really make JT's day, because he has put a lot of his time and effort and blood, sweat, and tears into this book as well. So we really hope that you'll enjoy it. The cover is really cool, and I myself have enjoyed the story And, I know I'm biased because we're married, but oh, I'm not a fan of a lot of modern science fiction, but I do like JT's. So again, I don't know if that's just my personal bias or if his stuff is exceptionally cool. You'll have to read it and let me know what you think. He is still communicating with that fan that he plays with on his game site, and that's been a roller coaster of emotions for him because, the whole, oh, this book is the best thing ever, and then why the heck did you do this to these characters? So, if you want to check out the story and see if you'd like to contact him and tell him a little bit about what you think, or leave a review, we would really appreciate that because the reviews are very helpful. Oh, I'm very proud of what JT has accomplished. He has so many books out right now, and it's wild when we look at it. I think he's written 16 so far. He's got 3 in the Sheriff of Nevada series, 3 in the Emma Parks series, 2 in the 2G Chronicles. He's got Zoe, which may or may not get other books. And he's got Duties Faithfully Executed. He's got the Serving Salvation trilogy. He's about to release Finding Salvation. He will have another book in the Salvation universe coming in the summer. And he's got the book that he and I co-wrote, From Tundra to Tiara. So, by the way, excuse me, I think we are getting close to the Iditarod. So if you like sled dog racing, you might be interested in checking out From Tundra to Tiara, because Travis, the hero, is a sled dog racer in Alaska, and that's how the story starts out. How it ends is a little more interesting. It may be a bit of a mystery, but there is a reluctant royal involved, and we really enjoyed writing that book. We had planned to work on a probably prequel to it, but at this point we may be too busy to actually get to that this year, so we'll see how that goes. But if you check out the book and you enjoy it, please let us know, and we may prioritize getting that other book out. We do plan for a Queens and Consorts series, but at this point it's a standalone because, as I said, we haven't had time, and JT's been writing books like crazy. So I'm trying to join in with the fun and get my own books out there. Currently, I have the From Tundra to Tiara that I co-wrote with JT, and then there's Passion Restored, the first part of the Restless Spirits series. Books 2 and 3 of Restless Spirits should be out this year, plus Battleborn Bride in October for Nevada Day, which is a historical about Carson City at the time of Nevada statehood. So there's a lot coming up, but I can't think too much about that right now because, like I said, I'm tired. Oh, but I do feel like I'm on track because got 2 manuscripts in the can, ready to, hopefully my 3rd Restless Spirits book doesn't need too much finessing before it can go to the editors. But I really need to get Battleborn Bride finished, and then also pull out my typewriter, or actually my typewriter is waiting over in the other room for me to type up a few poems for Spooktober this year. So as you can tell, we're busy, 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 always doing something. JT was out writing this morning, and he has been doing a lot of administrative things because it's a tax time of year. Plus, we recorded another podcast interview last night. It was a little later than we normally record those, so JT and I were feeling a little out of sorts, but that was because we were talking to somebody who was near Seoul, South Korea. Our podcasts have gotten very international, so definitely check those out. You can go to our website at www.carsonhume.com to find links to the CC and JT Amateur Hour, and you can go to twomorebooks.com, that's TWOMOORE books.com, to check out the Nevada Author Network, where we talk to members of the Sierra Arts literary community about their work. And it is a collaboration with the Sierra Arts Foundation. So we have so many things going on. We have so many things for you to check out. And we hope you will, because we are putting a lot of our retirement time into this. And so far, We have very little attention yet, but we're hoping by just throwing things out there the way we are at some point, we'll gain some traction. And, you know, whether or not we do is really up to you. If you have been watching my videos, I appreciate it. I hope you will subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do plan to continue posting these every day for the rest of the year. We're almost down to the end of the second month, the end of February. Sunday is actually March already. Wow. So I am not sure I'm going to do the wrap-up that I did for January. We'll see. But I'll definitely have more adventures in store on here in the coming days and months, including more discussions about the books I'm working on, the books we're releasing, our podcasts, our adventures when we go on our trip, which we are hoping to take sometime in the next few weeks. And if you are following along at that point, that could be a lot of fun because we'll be taking you on the road with us. So definitely be sure to subscribe if you want to find out what we're doing on the road. We have some fun plans. It's going to be a cross-country trip again. Our second one, we did the first one in 2024 together. Actually, JT did a solo one in 2023 while I was still working. So we have been across the country before, but we're going to do it again. We are trying to get to every state. At this point, JT's been to a lot more than I have, but by the time we get back from this trip, we should have the lower 48 in the bag. And then both of us, JT lived in Alaska for a while, and I have been to the airport there, but we haven't been to Hawaii yet, so that may be a future adventure. And really, there's just so much going on. You'll never know what we're up to unless you follow along with us and can keep checking in, because I'm sure a lot of what we experience will continue to go into our writing and into our podcasts and into the videos that I'm posting on here. So if you're interested in seeing what a couple of retired state workers are doing with their supposedly free time, you might enjoy hanging out with us. And that's enough rambling for today. I'm done. I'm tired. Time to take a break, especially since it's going to be bedtime pretty soon. I hope you're having a wonderful day and a week, and I thank you for joining me. I'm Cassidy Carson, and this is The Life of a Writer. Take care.